Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we're going to discuss about the day-to-day conversation with the startup founders. What the startup founders thinks which normal people won't able to think. So basically, startup founders come to us and they get incubated over here in incubation centers, and we have a lot of deep conversation in terms of business, in terms of technology that what they have developed, and to reach that development technology into the market, into the end customer. This is also a very important aspect of a startup founder. Every startup founder have their dreams in their eyes. If you see the startup founder, they are very confident on their solution what they are developing. So but some of the part of it is true, some of his there is a gray area, they have to work on it. In terms of, like, I met one of the startup who is working on the healthcare, developing prosthetic hands for the disabled person who lost their hands in accident. So they are developing something new, innovation technology into bionic hand. They developed a full robotic hand. We've seen that developed a hand that is artificial hand, but it doesn't look like an artificial hand. It do the function that normal hands can do. So basically, that startups come with a very interesting story, and that story I want to share with you. So basically, this startup is from Haryana. I'll tell you the name of the startup also later on. And the startup is developing bionic hands. So the bionic hands is particularly need a lot of R&D, lot of research, lot of technical sound. It has to be there because you have to capture the muscle signals, nerve signals, and everything, and accordingly the movement of your fingers and the hand can be done. So the startup started in 2018. So basically, the startup founder had lost their father's hand in railway accident. So the founder was pursuing his mechanical engineering from a state university. That time he decided not to go for a job, not to run behind the big companies, but to develop something which is create an impact. The impact to get disabled to enabled in impact I'm talking about. So they have developed the bionic hand. They were working initial, no one was there to help them out how to figure out the things, how to start the working on it, like how it gonna, which technology gonna use it and all, because that founder comes from the mechanical background, so he had not that much of aware of the sensors and how the sensor works, that passion, and eventually he turned out into startup ecosystem. So he entered in incubation center. He explored the opportunities and the avenues where he can get from the startup center. So basically, he reached out to various incubation centers, understand the policies, the scheme, because to developing something you need a amount of money. So that money has to be from government, because initially the startup, they don't have any revenue, or they decided to work on. He started his he did his BTech, MTech from the university, and started parallelly working on the project for the bionic hand. He entered into designing part, so he developed the design of the hand. But after that, a lot of iterations were happen, and finally get the final finished product, where that finished product has the fingers, finished product, the capability to grip the product. If there is a thing, so that hand can easily grip that object and easily place that object. So that innovation comes through a dedication and passion to develop something new. So the impact is very large. In our India, the accidents are happening on a large scale, and people will lose their hands, legs, even. And where these startups add the value into people's lives. They are not accelerating the lives, they are just enabling lives. So this startup has been they have raised good amount of money from the government, as well as from the private sectors, like investors and all. So the startup is continuously working on. Right now they are reaching to the hospitals, clinics, and they are showcasing their product to adopt it. They are also getting help from the NGOs and through CSR to scale the product line. Right now they developed a multi-more product which started. The focus was only once to get enabled those who have disabled. So they have enabled the lives of the people. They have give the dedication and motive of life. Recently I had a very great conversation with that startup. They were sharing their stories. I sat down with the startups team, and they were saying about the startup ecosystem and all. Recently we closed that into final product, and that has been become the part of, you know, kind of sort of things which were happening. I got the privilege to discuss with the startup founders and their team. So they were continuously working. It's been 6 years they have been working on it, and they have developed very finished and aesthetic product, and they have launched their product. So right now they are reaching to the clinics, reaching to the hospitals for the scale up. Right now they have also developed the validation. The validation part is very important in startups life. So every founder can relate with this journey, from inception to the growth and to the reaching to the market stage. The founders feedback was really overwhelming for me. They said having the right intention and the right passion makes big ventures. Not just funding, not just support, not intention is one of the intention is very important when you are developing something. These businesses, even though in healthcare sector we have rules and regulation and everything, we need to get an approval, CDSC approval, and many more approvals to try before trial. So that's how the startup, those who are working in the healthcare sector, they were right. But right now the scenario is getting changed. Many more policies are coming into picture. Many more regulation has becoming flexible in a startup point of view, and that's how the startup ecosystem grows in India. So the healthcare, we really believe in Indian context. We really believe healthcare, education, infrastructure. These are the most important parameter that any country has measured on the basis of the developing or underdeveloped country. The journey was very blurred at the starting, but when they comes at certain stage, they get the clarity what need to be done next, and they have that clarity in their mind what is the next steps to be done. Not only one founder, but many founder can relate to this statement is, you will feel sometime lost, you will feel sometime you are nothing, you will feel sometimes you have failure, you've not creating something which were decided at the starting. But that's how the final process changes. So that resilience has to be there. The founder, I really admire when I meet founder, and I like to learn their stories. I like to, yeah, this technology and business and raising the fund, that is part of their business. But the founder's background story is very inspirational for me personally, because I have been this system and working closely with the founders. I like to hear your stories and getting inspired from you, because getting job and getting salary first of every month, that is not a big deal. But if you are something working towards endlessly to creating something new, impactful, and which is going to update by the large number of people, and you definitely uplift you because you have developed something, and that feeling is very, very important. Not to demotivate just because of your something which is not worked out. Don't feel lost because you failed in something. So you have to keep on growing day by day, learn from the mistake, and get up to that level. So you want to, what you want to create it, and you just create it. Many times I had been into starters pitches, I had been into starters evaluation, and the storytelling skill is one of the important skill that any startup founder can have. Big is just because of that many startups get selected into, for the scheme or for the funding. This storytelling skill is very important in a way how you express your ideas in front of the people and how they can relate to your problem that you are solving and the solution that you are developing. So these are the main core parameters that you need to develop. And having said that, you need to have motivated towards developing something, towards having something, and that's how the whole ecosystem works towards you. So this is for all. I'll come back with little update on this YouTube channel, and you will be relate what I'm trying to say is, because the situation and what you feel is exactly the founders can relate. This video is what I want to make this video is to just motivate you, just to giving a right way how to deal with the problems. Yeah, there are many problems in our lives, not only in starters, but how to tackle it is one of the very important aspect to look at the problem. So face the problem, solve the problem, and rise again. Fall down, rise again. So this is important, I would say. Not in startup journey, but in our day-to-day life also. So there are problems, there will be problems, but how to solve that problem? How many more of our startup founders they quit just because of the things not working out? So be resilient, be little bit step back and rethink it again. Why I have started this? Then you just what you need actually, what a startup need actually. You need the right way, you need the right mentor, you need the right team, and of course you need the right funding. So there are many more funding opportunities are there. I'll explain each one by one funding opportunities which is available. I will come with the next video with one of the funding opportunities. So stay with me. Thank you guys, thank you so much.